And here we go. This is the Patek Philippe 5127. Now, if you know my collection long enough now, you will know I paid a very high price for this piece. I traded the Maserati Blue Dial Daytona and a couple $1,000 to get this 5127. This here is very, if you look at the case profile, it's very different to the 5196. It's more rounded and flowy. These came out early 2000s, 2003. Just a very peaceful, elegant piece. They originally came out as the 5107, which is the piece I had for a number of years before I had to part with it for personal reasons. I wanted to re-go and buy a 5107. Unfortunately, none to be found, but I found the successor, the 5127. 5127 is famous for having slightly more, it's got a more curved bezel. This is what the difference between the two references are. Some people prefer the 5107, some people prefer the 5127. I think they're both very good. This is actually a fairly early 5127. The reason you can say, how do I know that? How do we know that? Indeed, how do we know that? Well, the big telltale sign is it has 57 dots. Later ones had 60 dots. Where the date apparatus is, you would have 3 dots there. So this is an earlier one, and it uses the 315 movement. Later 5127s use the 324 movement. The other interesting quirk of this piece here, of course, is the fact that this is a rhodium-plated Calatrava. That's correct. The white gold from Patek has traditionally been rhodium-plated. Later versions of the 5127 were then when Patek changed its white gold mix to not require the rhodium plating. I think that, in all honesty, I think the rhodium plated versions have a nicer color spectrum for the white gold there, but there's nothing wrong with either there. Patek is a Patek there. Very proud to have this piece here. This is just an elegant white gold Patek Philippe with the opaline dial. This is one of my favorite Pateks of all time. I recently disposed of a 5296 white gold with opaline dial, and the punter buying the piece said to me he actually preferred the 3127, and I thought long and hard, but I decided I would keep the 5127 because I have the 5196 in the collection, and the 5196, very similar case to the 5296, even though the 5296 is 38 mil and the 5196 is 37 mil. Absolutely gorgeous Patek Philippe. This is an absolute gem of a piece. The attention to detail, everything about this piece here. If you have a look, applied indices and drilled little dots, It's very, everything Patek does is just difficult and hard to do. They just want to make it absolutely perfect indeed. So I've got to tell you myself there, what's my own view on this piece? I seriously love it. I love the 5127. I think 5127s, 5107s are just a romantic time of the early 2000s when the world was a different place. No coronavirus, no nonsense. It was a very different place there. Patek Philippe was still doing the Geneva seal. This piece here is signed with the Geneva seal. Later 5127s had the Patek Philippe seal. Changeover 2009. This piece here was sold in 2008. Very interesting piece indeed. It's Patek Philippe, and part of the collection here. Absolutely love this 37 mil piece here. Let's take a closer look at it.